Hello everyone, I'm Sohnjee. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, I appreciate your checking me out. If you're one of my subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate the support. So let's get into it. As always, we have a discussion here. Then I encourage you to hit the like button, the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already, of course, and to go down to the comment section and let me know what you think about the discussion on this video, okay? So, watch it, like it, subscribe to it, and comment below. Got it? Great. All right, so we're talking about how to attract an Aries man, right? You have decided, you have set your sights on an Aries man. Well, this cardinal fire sign is both energetic and turbulent, okay? So you gotta have some energy if you're ready to attract Mr. Aries. But let's talk about some common Aries traits so you know exactly what it is you're getting yourself into, all right? The object of your affection is an Aries if they have a birthday on March 21st through April 19th. So if they fall anywhere in that calendar year, then yes, they are indeed an Aries. Now, your Aries man is known to be confident, determined, and quite passionate. They're Rams, they're head people. They lead with their head, they're fiery, they're all about it. If it pops into their head, it's usually coming out their mouth. That is your Aries man. Now, they're not known to be patient people. These are go-getters, and they pride themselves on being the ones that make it happen. They call themselves Mr. Make It Happen, all right? And their strong personalities typically do get the job done. So, you know, it's not a misnomer. And Aries, if you want something done, get yourself an Aries. They're going to jump right in, and they are going to make it happen. Okay? But you're serious now. You can hang with this because you need to have some energy if you're going to be pursuing an Aries man. You think you're ready? You can handle it? All right, let's jump right in. Get your pen and paper. I'm going to give you some easy steps. Well, depends on easy. It depends on your perspective. But I got some steps for you that definitely will help you get in there with Mr. Aries. All right? Ready? Step one. Be hardworking and determined. Yeah, that's right. The Aries typically will check out your energy level and see what you're about. And they really don't like the slothy, slovenly, slow kind. Slow gets on Aries' nerve. They are the let's go, let's get it done type of people. So if you set your sights on an Aries man, be prepared to make the effort and keep up. All right? Now, just know he is happy to pursue you. An Aries man has no problem chasing behind you. They have energy. They don't mind. You just have to let him know that you want to be chased. All right? So if you're one of those people that you don't like it and you want to do all the moves, then you need to make that clear. But, you know, you might have to back up off that because Aries likes to set the pace. They're the energy makers. They're the make it happen people, you see? So, you know, you're going to have to give Mr. Aries some room to let him make it happen with you. All right? Step two, be strong and stand up for yourself. That's right. The Aries man is typically successful in whatever they have decided to pursue. They look at it, they set goals, and then they go about achieving them goals. They check them off one by one, and they get it done. Now, but they also like to have driven and successful partners. They want you to match their energy. They don't want to drag you along. They want you to be right there in step with them, encouraging them, seeing the big picture, adding to the big picture, and then going out there and making it happen. So that's what you have to do. You know, if you're a successful person or in your own right and you're getting things done, toot your own horn with a Aries. They're going to like that. But I caution you, don't be too big, all right? Don't make yourself out of their league, because then an Aries is going to fall back from you because you might be just a little bit too much. So you're going to have to play the modest role and be a little self-effacing in that case if you are like super successful. Unless, of course, you have room in your successful world for Aries, then they're all about that. They want to hear that, and they're going to be more than enthusiastic to jump on board and make it happen for the two of you, all right? But if you're over here in your lane and you're doing big things, you know, tone the big down to just big for the Aries ego. Just saying. All right, now, however, you know, you're going to hold your ground because an Aries likes a good debate, all right? They like to start arguments. The Aries is known to be the one to start the bar fight, right? The person that's starting a bar fight, ask them their sun sign. Typically, they're an Aries. Just saying. So when an Aries is trying to figure out who you are and what you're about, they may strike up something that has a polar opposite opinion to you, just to see if you can hold or you're going to fold, all right? So you need to be able to hold your ground about your opinion and be able to state it well. Don't shrink behind them. They like a good opponent. Aries gets into that, and they're not going to hold grudges. That's not typically who they are. They're going to hear you out. They're going to debate back and forth with you, but at the end of the day, it's all cool. You just have to remember, however, Aries likes to win. Okay? So it might behoove you early on, you know, we're trying to catch their attention, to have a good spar with them, you know, get some sparks going, and then concede and let them win. You know, at the very least say, hey, let's disagree to disagree, and tell them that they made some really good points that are interesting and something that you consider. And Aries will be pretty cool with that. All right? Ready for the next step? Show some vulnerability. That's right. After all that being strong and standing your ground, you still have to be able to show Aries that you can be vulnerable. Because the Aries sees themselves as the knight in shining armor. They're the ones, they're the problem solvers. They can get in there and they can fix it and they can make it better. So they like to find somebody that they can rescue, and that's pretty much what they charge right in there and do. So on the one hand, you have to be tough and you have to be able to handle their antagonistic behavior. You have to be able to stand your ground. But at the same time, you have to be able to display some vulnerabilities as well. You need to, you know, play a little bit of, oh, help me kind of thing, even if it's, oh, help me in the mental thing, not so much that, you know, you're physically, you can't lift a bag or something like that. You know, it's something more along the line of work. You know, I have an issue. What do you think about this? And then sit back and let the Aries jump right in with all their solutions, because they're for certain going to have them. And you just hear them out, and you're going to have big points with them because, as I said, they like to pursue, they like to rescue. And in that pursuit, more likely than not, is going to turn into wooing you. All right? Ready for the next one? You got to be modest. I know, you are with an Aries who, in most cases, isn't very modest. Yeah. But you, on the other hand, because you're trying to attract them, you have to be a little modest for them. Now, although you should definitely give the Aries man a run for his money, okay? On all fronts, be there, be competitive with it. They like that, all right? You just have to be careful not to personally criticize the Aries man, okay? Or his ideas, because the Aries man typically responds poorly to criticism. Well, most men do, but okay, we're talking about Aries here. Sorry guys, but you know, nobody really likes to be told they stink at something. They, you know, so what you want to do, even if you totally disagree with your Aries guy, you want to try to find a softball way of saying you disagree, and perhaps saying, oh, okay, that's something I'll consider, even if it's something you wouldn't consider, at least early on, okay? So instead, you're gonna play it cool. You're gonna ask his advice on something, like how you perform a task or something like that. And then you're gonna allow him to be more than happy to advise you and guide you along. And it's gonna give you more one-on-one time with him. So, you know, you bite the bullet and you let him be the big leader with a great idea, and you kind of bite your tongue if you don't really see it that way, because after all, we're trying to get his attention and we're trying to get asked out, right? Right. So, play along, folks. Play along. And step 5, finally, let him be the traditional romantic at some point. Very early on, the Aries person will show you that typically most of them are quite chivalrous, and they are the type that will open doors for you and all the carry the bag and all that kind of thing. Allow that to happen. If you have an Aries man, that's what he's into, allow it. You know, you don't have to show that you're big and strong and you can do it, just like they can do it. Of course, they know you can. At that point, it's not a competition. It's an inner thing that's going on inside the Aries, and they enjoy that. You know, as I stated earlier, it doesn't do for you to be too aggressive in your pursuit of him. You have to allow your Aries to woo you, to take charge and set the pace. Aries likes to make it happen. So although you're the one that's initiating it, you have to show him that you're going to fall back and allow him to do that. Okay? Because the Aries man responds well to subtlety and mystery. And they enjoy a traditional romantic courtship. They do. It's innately in them. Now, of course, you could have an Aries man that's totally off the grid and they're doing something totally different. And that's quite okay. In which case, you should check out my video with your sun sign matched with Aries. And that's going to give you a better idea of how to really hone in on your specific Aries man. Okay? So those are the steps. Rewind the tape if you need to. Take some really good notes. So remember, you've got to be strong but soft. You've got to stand your ground but concede. You got to just basically keep up. The Aries man likes adventure. He likes to change it up. He likes to be spontaneous. So feel free to do all those things. Just make sure you get your energy level up there because that's what they want to see. And be sure to check out my videos, as I said, on your sun sign paired with Aries or any other sun sign that you are interested in right here on YouTube on my channel. Just search it and check that video out. And if you want more in-depth talk and conversation about your sun sign paired with Aries, check out my website, www.sohnjee.com. Okay? So thanks so much for watching. Good luck. Get some good night's sleep, because you're going to need it pursuing your Aries guy. And I will see you on our next video. Remember, don't forget to comment and don't forget to share and subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.